A new book claims the Prime Minister had a direct line to the head of Qantas, which he used to arrange flight upgrades for personal travel. Live to our political reporter Cameron Redden in Canberra. Cam, politicians benefit from upgrades all the time. So what makes this one different?
Yeah, Laura, what normally happens is if there's a free seat in business class, for example, and a politician is going to travel, then when they rock up at the gate, they might be eligible for an upgrade. It's not typically locked in ahead of time. But revelations as part of an upcoming book released today by the journalist Joe Aston claim that before he was Prime Minister, Anthony Albanese had a direct line of communication with the then Qantas Chief Executive Alan Joyce, with whom he would discuss his personal travel and be granted guaranteed upgrades on flights all around the world. Many of these upgrades occurred while the Prime Minister, who's now the Prime Minister, was then the Transport Minister, was the Shadow Transport Minister, even stretching into his time as the opposition leader, so covering more than a decade. We can show you some of the ones that are on the parliamentary register, and that is a key point to this. The Prime Minister's office underlines that all of these upgrades were declared in line with the parliamentary rules, so there's no suggestion of any wrongdoing. But the revelation of direct communication about these upgrades with the Qantas Chief Executive does shine a spotlight on the nature of their relationship. The book also claims that the Prime Minister personally requested for his son to be granted access to the Qantas Chairman's Lounge. The Coalition has long been critical of the government's handling of aviation issues related to Qantas. It claims that the national carrier has been given special treatment and is particularly critical of a decision not to allow Qatar Airways to fly additional flights directly into major capital cities. Laura, I've put all these revelations to the Prime Minister's office today. They believe that both Anthony Albanese and Alan Joyce have already explained the nature of their relationship, and that given that all of these upgrades are on the register, they don't believe there's anything additional to add.